Alright, so now we know how to use prints. Now I'm going to teach you the different script types and what they're used for in this episode. So, there are three script types. I will be teaching you local and server scripts this episode. In the future, I will be teaching you how to use model scripts. So just ignore that for now. So, local scripts are client-sided. If you watched my introduction to uh, Roblox Studio Basics videos, you'll know that there are two things that come in output. There's blue and green, as I mentioned. Building upon the printing video, I'm going to print this is client in quotation marks. Now, if you notice, when I print that, it prints blue because it's client. So essentially what that means is that it's the player side of things, because player controls less things than the server. The server is like controls everything that the game does. Local scripts cannot do that unless they use events, which I will be explaining later. Uh, now, now you have this local script, and you can do the concatenation. This is client, and you can do your player name, and it will do this is client, my name. Now, that's what local scripts do. Local scripts are controlled by GUIs in starter GUI, player starter scripts, and starter player scripts. These are the places that can go. They are also used in tools and making weapons and other things like that. But they cannot access the server. Since you know how parents work, and you know how to insert. So you see the script right here, I'm going to actually try to get that script in server storage from this thing right here. I can't do that because I did it wrong, sorry. I'm going to print this. And it will error, that's not there, yeah. Script is not a valid member of server storage. Uh, it's because server storage can't be accessed on client, like I mentioned before. And if you look up here, there's a client button. You click that and you can see, hey, there is something in there, but it's not registering on the client. You have to be on client side, not server side. So that's what a local script does. It accesses everything that the player can see, except it cannot access everything that the server sees, if that makes sense. Now we're going to go to a server script. Now server scripts are essentially the exact opposite of local scripts. They can access everything in the game except for what local scripts can get. So for instance, if I do uh, game.players, this gets the player. I'm going to print out the players. Print game.player local player. This will print the local player, right? It's not going to do it because the local player is not about it won't be able to find local player. It printed nothing because it's a nil and it doesn't exist. And it's also in server storage. See, it prints a nil because it doesn't exist. It can't find local player. Now, if I do the same thing on the client side of things, it prints out, hey, that's me. It's the exact same code. See, the local script has the exact same code as the server script, but the server script can't get access to the local player. But it can do everything else that the local script can't. For instance, it can get access to starter GUI. It can get server storage. It could do pretty much anything. But it can't access local player. And a majority of programming is done with server scripts to keep things secure, but also a large portion of it is also done with local scripts. So this is essentially the two different script types in Roblox Studio and how to use them. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Discord or join the Discord server for help. Links in the description.